Awesome, thank you. Hey, Will, Bonnie at Channel 9 here. How do you assess the challenge of Collingwood this weekend, and how important will it be to be stronger in the contest than you guys were last week against your old teammates?
G'day, Bonnie. Yeah, we're really excited about the contest this week. Obviously, Collingwood will bring their best, and we're preparing for it. We were definitely disappointed with how we performed last week, especially in the contest, as you said. So, yeah, we've had a big emphasis on that this week, and we're looking forward to some opportunity to really bounce back and really bring our best this week.
And not to underestimate what you were going to bring to Perth with you, but I think you've stunned everyone in the footy world with your form this year. What do you put it down to? Is it just the obvious one of consistent opportunities? Is it flourishing in a new environment or a new game plan?
Yeah, probably a bit of that, but yeah, I also feel like I've continued to get better every year, regardless of sort of where I was playing. And I feel like, now I'm starting to really get some reward for that effort, and just some opportunity to really play to my strengths and be the player that I am. Starting to get some real consistency now as well at AFL level, which is something that's definitely helping me, become the player I want to be and start to head towards that direction. So, starting to really build some confidence in my footy at the moment.
And lastly, from me, I think a lot of people almost thought that you might be a placeholder for the skipper until he was back, and now you've literally demanded your position alongside of him once he returns. How much are you looking forward to playing with Nat Fyfe, and what do you think you guys can sort of bring as a duo?
Yeah, I think it's really exciting. Had some brief discussions with Nader about how that will look, but we're both just really excited to get in there. I feel like the midfield mix has been really good so far, and we can add a two-time Brownlow medalist to that. It's pretty exciting. So, we're really looking forward to having him back in there, and we know when he's at his best, he's one of the best in the comp. So, looking forward to hopefully working with him, and hopefully we can do a bit of damage together.
Awesome, thank you.
Will, it's Beck from Channel 10. How do you think your role will change once he comes into the side?
We haven't got that far in discussions yet. Obviously, Nathan's still, training really hard and getting his body ready to come back. But, we can both play forward at times when we need to, and I'm sure there's different options available. So whatever JL and coaching group thinks the best mix, I'm ready to do that. So we'll just have to wait and see.
How good has it been having him sort of, stepping up at training now a little bit more? Is it an exciting prospect, I suppose?
Yeah, it's great. Obviously hasn't been out on the track much, but you just sort of seen him around the club and getting advice off him, and then seeing him in the gym has been awesome. And now that he's able to, move around as freely as he is and get back into the contest and start to see him train and hopefully soon play, it's really exciting. And yeah, as I said, it's going to be a big boost for us, and yeah, the whole club's looking forward to having him back.
Ethan Lee Chalk here from the Inner Sanctum. It must be nice to have some key players back in the side with Walters, Switkowski and Tabata this week.
Yeah, for sure. I think we really missed them last week. They're important to our group, and we're looking forward to having them in. They play a really important role for us in that forward line, especially through their forward pressure and how dangerous they are and the speed that they bring. So we're looking forward to bringing those guys in for sure.
Playing in the rain last week, will it be easy to adjust this week, seeing as it'll be another wet and rainy game?
Yeah, we were obviously disappointed last week, so it's an opportunity for us to bounce back. Whether it's wet or not this week, we're going to bring our best and make sure we have a big emphasis on the contest and our hunt around the ball. Whether it's wet or not, we'll be ready for it.
And obviously, Collingwood had a terrible start last week in the first quarter against the Dogs. Can you expect them to come hard out of the gates?
Yeah, absolutely. I think you just got to prepare for every opposition's best, and we know Collingwood's best is right up there. So, we're going to be preparing for them to come out of the gates hot and heavy, and it's going to be on from the start, which is what we're hoping and expecting.
One more question. How have you found the extra media attention playing for Freo, seeing as the Gold Coast is mainly a rugby league city?
Yeah, it has been a little bit different, especially even throughout the trade period when the move happened. I had probably more media in a couple of weeks than I did in 5 years, so it did take me a little while to adjust, but it's all part of it. It's good.
G'day, Will. Nathan Schmuck from the AFL website here. I've heard you say a couple of times that Freo bought into you and you bought into them. Can you take us back to the origins of that, when you first had those conversations with coaches or recruiters and you got a real sense that Freo had some faith in you and really wanted you?
Yeah, well, just a lot of the discussions were around my strengths as a footballer. They believed that my strengths could come and really add to this group, and that was something that was really exciting to me. And just being able to focus on the things that I do best and try and get them to a level which is, really hard to compete against in the AFL. I feel like that's something that's really exciting and something that I'm still working on and going to continue to work on. I've really enjoyed coming into this system and as I said, they've really believed in me and backed me in, and I'm really enjoying it at the moment.
I'm sure you've got high expectations and high standards for yourself, but did you think that you had this level of footy in you?
Yeah, I did. I felt like I always had that belief that I was capable, and I guess that's sort of why I sort of never gave up, because I knew that when my opportunity came that I would be ready, and I always believed that I was good enough to play at the level, and I feel like I'm just sort of scratching the surface at the moment of what type of footballer I can become.
And then as far as the momentum that you've built this season, was there a game, a pre-season game, even when your confidence got a real spike and you started to get on a bit of a roll individually?
I feel like just putting games together consistently really helped. I mean, throughout my career I haven't really been able to put a whole lot of games back to back together, so I feel like just putting in consistent games on and just being able to adapt to the system and the game plan and being able to, I guess, just build that confidence at the level, and just that's probably all I can really put it down to. I feel like I've just really enjoyed being a part of this midfield group and the midfield mix at the minute, and just trying to get better every week.
Sorry, what's your confidence like right now as a player?
I feel like I'm starting to build some confidence, starting to build some form, and just looking to continually get better and just continually work within the midfield group, and just build on that mix and that chemistry that we're building in there. As a player, I feel like my confidence is definitely growing.
Last one from me, then I'll hand over. But is there a specific part of your game that Fremantle or your coaches have worked really hard with you on that's making a difference to your game?
Yeah, just as I sort of said before, the focus is on my strengths. I feel like my contest work and my ability to win the ball and get it from an inside layer to an outside layer, that's something that I feel like I can do really well, and just focusing in on that and getting that to a level which can be quite damaging at AFL level. I feel like that's been a big focus for me, and continually work on that to try and make my role in the midfield important and do it the best that I can.
Thanks, mate. I'll hand over.
Hey, Will. Julian here from 6BR. Have you been in contact or spoken with Michael Walters after coming out of isolation late yesterday? I'm pretty sure he came out. And how's he travelling?
Yeah, he was in the club briefly today, actually. So he's looking like he's come out of COVID quite healthy, and I think he looks like he's moving around really well. So it's good to see him back around the club and amongst the boys.
Obviously, he's named to take on the Pies on Sunday. We're all expecting a consistent 100% performance from him, obviously.
Yeah, for sure. I think he was really building some really good form before he went down with COVID. So he's an important part of this group, and we all feed off him a lot with his energy, and he lifts the group a lot. So we're looking forward to having him back.
And Matt Taberner back, hasn't played since round 6. How much have you guys missed him up front? Even though you guys have been winning majority of the weeks, how much have you guys missed him up front?
Yeah, for sure. I think we missed him. He's a pretty important player for us. Even just having him back at training, full strength, he's moving around so well. He's such a big target for us, and he helps with our forward line chemistry a lot. So it's another big inclusion for us, and we're looking forward to having Big Tabs back.
Thanks, mate. Cheers.
One more quick question, Will. Any banter on the field last week with your former teammates?
Nothing too bad actually. There was a few sort of how you going and good to see you sort of thing there, but nothing too serious. It was good to catch up with a few after the game and that I haven't seen for quite some time, but nothing too bad.
Sweet. Good luck this week.
No worries. Thank you very much.
G'day, Will from the West Australian. I'll just throw in a late one. The AFL's announced their start time for the grand final today. Are you looking forward to playing in a day grand final at the MCG later this year?
Yeah, well, if we can play in a grand final, it doesn't really matter what time it starts. So it's hopefully we can aim and build towards it. That'd be great.
Did you have any memories of getting along as a kid or anything to the grand final?
Yeah, I've been to a fair few actually. Pretty special moments, and really love going down to the G, watching grand finals. So it's pretty special memories.